Hello, Renata's here, and this is my February wrap-up video about what did I read in the month. And this is the stack of books, and also I read 2 ebooks, 2 audiobooks, and a mentor box book, so another 5. And altogether it was 12 books I read in February. Let's start with the audiobooks I read, and I'm going to use my reading journal. So I read Iron Garland by Jeff Wheeler and Prism Cloud also. Both of them are in the Harbinger series. I believe they are the 3rd and the 4th book. I really enjoy them, and the Prism Cloud had some very good and exciting twists in the book, and also some of the details became more clear because the information the writer shared. So I'm really looking forward to read the 5th book in the series, and I don't think that's the final book, because as I have seen it on Jeff Wheeler's page, all of his books are happening in the same magical world, and they are related to each other, but the Harbinger series mostly about the youngs, like Seti, Sarah, Adam, Will, and the Fitzroy kids. But Jeff Wheeler has other series, and they are happening in the same world, but some of them about Lady Corinne and Fitzroy, and I think the others are
Could you try again?
Oopsie, sorry. That was Siri. And the others are happening after the Harbinger series. So yes, these 2 books were very good. Then I read 2 ebooks. Okay, and one of them is the book I did not like that much, but I know a lot of people love it, and that was The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Linton. And that was interesting. I liked the concept of it. I enjoyed the book altogether, but I found it's way too long. It's quite a lot of details happening in one big chunk, and that was overwhelming, and in other parts of the book it was too slow. So sometimes I lost focus and interest, and other times I read like 100 pages in one sitting because it was so exciting. I definitely will read the next book, because I want to see what's happening.
It's Indian, if I like her name was. I'm not very good with Asian names. And Livey. So
I would like to see what's going to happen with them. But I may going to listen as an audiobook rather than read it, because the reading experience wasn't good, and I can imagine listening to her books while I'm cooking or doing something else. So it's not preoccupying my full attention. So that was okay. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I definitely don't rate it as a 5-star read. And the other book was as an ebook. That was one of my favorite last month, and that's Court of Ravens and Ruins by Eliza Reign. and she is going to release her second book in the series in this month, in March. And the first book ended in a cliffhanger. I really enjoyed it. It was fast-paced. The romance was has some tensions, and definitely not a visual type of romance. So if you like more like a described romantic relationship, this is probably not for you. But I like the concept of the world, what she built in the book. I like the characters, and if I have to compare to something, I would say it's kind of similar like Once Upon a Broken Heart. So you get that tension, you get those little extra details, and the guy in the guy character is not as bad as it's described at the beginning. So it's just, and they are definitely don't like each other at the beginning again. So altogether, that was a very good book. I finished quite quickly, and I can't wait to see the second one. So I'm looking forward to that book. And the fifth one, which is not an actual physical book, that was a side hustle by Chris Gilbo. Yes, Chris Gilbo. And it's basically about how to start earning money as a side hustle. It was informative, but I got some informations that could be useful, but nothing special for me, basically. So that was okay. And then crack on with the physical books, and I will leave the definite 5 stars till the end. So the best gonna come, the best going to come at the end of the video. There we go. So they are going to be in order of how did I like them. So let's start with this one probably. I got this book in a second-hand bookshop, How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry. Yeah, the title sold it. And when I started to read it, I realized I already read this book. So this was a strong 3-star from me. It's your usual romantic book, nothing special. It was okay to read, something lighter after longer and more tense books, but I will going to give this copy away, or if I can manage, I would like to set up a small free library. You know, those little free libraries you can set up. I haven't seen in England any, but in America it's quite popular, and or actually I have seen in an old telephone booth. Yes, so nothing that fancy. I would like to take these out. Maybe someone will find it more more enjoyable. So that was a strong 3-star, nothing else to talk about this. And the next book, a lot of people, oh, the gilding is coming off, oh no, that's sad. I have to take care of this copy. So the next book is quite popular, a lot of people raving about it, and saying it's a cozy fantasy and it's lovely, I did not find it that lovely. And that's Emily White's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is a strong 3.5 star, if I'm right, but definitely in the 3s. Some part was very exciting and I really enjoyed that, but other parts, especially the beginning of the book, the first probably 100 pages, it was that boring. again, the characters are okay. I loved Barnaby, but definitely not Emily. I find her very boring, if I'm honest. And if the writer comes out with her next book, I will probably not going to read it, because even some parts were very intriguing. I don't want to continue the series and read about Emily anymore, because this was too slow paced for me, too detailed. Maybe it's just me, because I'm living in a very calm village style life, but for me, writing about living in a small cabin, it wasn't something I would read about, because that's my life. Hello. Not living in the cabin, but very similar. So maybe if you live in a city and you want to travel far away in your imagination, this could be a very good book for you. Or if you like details, and if you like light, easy pace. The end of the book was very good. I like that, but the beginning, yeah, that was not for me. So this is a 3.5 star, and I'm very disappointed, because I had high hopes with this book. And also the D started to come off, the gilding. I'm very sad, but I will take it home and put it on my shelf, so it's not going to be damaged anymore. Then at the beginning of the month, I started this basically in January and finished in February, is The Girl of Ink and Stars. This was good. I don't remember that much. It was fast-paced, I know, and it was interesting, again. I don't know whether is it a series. I have seen her books, because that's very distinguished, you know, a head of a girl with different colors. I don't think they are related to each other. So this was good. I finished quite quickly and enjoyed it, but I had some questions. I remember at the end, towards the end, what's happened with the mayor of the town where she was living, and also his family. So some questions popped up after finishing the book, but it was a good read. Then this one I started probably last summer, and I didn't continue it last year, because it was hectic and I wasn't ready to read something like this. So I was mostly on Netflix instead of reading, because of the stressful time of my life. But I picked up, and I wanted to finish the series, so I'm going to read the third one when I get back to Hungary, because the actual book is at my flat. This is very good. I like the series. I really want to watch the Netflix series as well. I love the characters. They are very nice. They are very lovable. I love Mal. Sometimes Alina I find a little bit annoying and naive, but altogether it's very nice. I miss the Darkling from this one. I haven't seen him a lot, but probably in the third book he will resurface again. So this series, nothing else to say about it, because I did not finish. The book was very good. It was a little bit bloody towards the end, but I can understand why, because the storyline is going towards the end, so it's becoming more intense. So this is a 5-star from me, and I have 6 of Crows and the other one, which I don't remember the title, but I can't read it because everybody says they are not one after each other, but I would rather know the end of this series and then read that than you know, some hints coming from that book, what I don't know yet because I did not read the third one. So I would just read this first, or finish the series first. And then the last 3 books are my definite favorite from February. All of them I read each in one day because I could not put them down, and they are definitely out of my usual reading genre, but I'm very glad I gave it a go. And also I got all of them because I have seen people are very excited about them, and I wanted to give it a go. So first, the Shatter Me series by Tahira Mafi. I got the first 5 books, but not the novels, and I think it's another 4 book in the series as well. And straight away when I opened it, this is very unusual. I've never seen books where they cross over sentences, so that's just intriguing. And also it's very, very fast paced. It's just mind-blowing. This was so good, and I built the whole world in my head, and then I already finished this one and it came crashing down. So it was in the middle, it had some twists, and towards the end another one. So I really, really enjoy this series, and I'm looking forward to read the 3rd book. So this is a definite 5-star from me, and it reminds me kind of the vibe itself, because I don't usually read dystopian, is it dystopian fantasy, I think. I don't read these kind of books usually, but I read Hunger Games before I watched the movie. And it reminds me, the concept itself reminds me of Hunger Games, so I really, really enjoyed it, and looking forward to read the 3rd book. And then I got this one first in last December, and I knew I have to get this one in order to read the series in order. And 2 weeks ago I got Once Upon a Broken Heart, not in hardback, which I'm sad about a little bit, but I don't mind because I really wanted to read the book. And oh my god, this is one of my favorite books for this year so far, and the other one is The Ballad of Never After, definitely. It's just, I already made a video about these 2 books, but from the beginning it's just take me away, and everybody in the book, I love them, even the bad ones. I love Stephanie Gerber's writing style. I love the chapters are quite short, easy to read. My mother language is not English, but I did not find any problem to read the books. She doesn't use any overcomplicated words, and altogether, when you're reading these, the storyline goes like a river, so you can follow it, and even if I don't read Caraval, as I realized from one of the Hungarian YouTubers video, that's the beginning of the story of Jax, and then Once Upon a Broken Heart happened, and then The Ballad of Never After. Even if you don't read those books, you still get the full picture. So I like this. I don't like when you are jumping back and forth in time too much, and you know, you're losing yourself between the details you have to keep in mind to build up the story in your head. So I finished this in one day, and I finished this in another day. Both of them are 5 stars for sure. It's hard to express without spoiling it how do I feel myself, but I really love the tension between Jax and Evangeline, if I'm right. Is she Evangeline? So that was awesome. And oh my god, the ending, I was like, no way. I was gobsmacked, shocked. So even if she doesn't write the 3rd book and release it in September, this whole story is just amazing. But I hope she's going to release it and clear the air, because I was very shocked to read the last page. So these 2 books are definitely my favorite so far in this year. It's going to be very hard to go above them, because I really like them. But as I said, Shatter Me series are very good, completely different, because this is more like, this is more like your fairy tale kind of fantasy. So this is more like stroking your soul kind of, and this is harsher, and as I said, it reminds me of the Hunger Games era, but it's just so tense, and I needed this tension as well. And also the 3rd series, what I'm looking forward to read is definitely that Court of Ravens and Ruin, and that is going to be the Shadowbound Queen. The Shadowbound Queen, that's the name of the series. And all of them has the bad guy, who kind of cute and lovable. So probably that's what I like in books, and I have to stick with that. But I try to widen the range of genre I'm reading, instead of sticking just with crime books, or nowadays just with fantasy. Because some books can surprise me, which I like. So looking forward to the next month in March to see what I'm going to read, and finish some of the series, like for example Grishaverse, and also continue the Shatter Me series as well. We will see how much can I read in March, because we will travel, and I also have to pick up the workload with the house. So that's going to be an exciting month again, and this is where I'm going to end this video. So again, thank you very much for being here, watching this, and let me just stack them together. So these are the books, apart from that 5 books, which is not a physical copy. These are the books I read in February. Thank you. Bye-bye.